Hello everyone. We're here to learn a little bit about this today. The weaving method of the lily. First we take a look at the components of this flower. This one is made up of 6 petals. And there are 5 little flow hearts out there. And then the leaves are the 2-piece leaves that we're using. And then the material I used had this one. I'm using the milk cotton in the 5 Valley. Scissors. Some of the home side of it can be used. And then the crochet was a 4.0. I'm using the crochet with a 4.0. The styling bar we used to use was this kind of styling. The styling bar is something like this. It's the styling of the number 22. And there's this flower pole too. And there's this flower pole too. It's when the assembly is going to be used to this flower pole. It's the one that we used to use this tool. It's this glue gun as a fixed, this glue gun. We're starting now to hook up with this one. The method of the weaving of the petals. The hook law for its 6 petals is the same. We take out the color of a hairline that we like. And then find a knot on the finger. Come on the hook for this 4.0. The cone of the 4.0 starts to hook up. We hook up with 24 locking pins. The winding out is a lock pin. We have to hook up to 24 in total. We'll get up with this lock pin, and we'll do it later. We're starting to put in the styling bar. We found the location for the first needle, the location. Go through this half of the eye. At this time, we're taking this styling piece of the stereotype. The distance is probably around 20 centimeters. It's probably around 20 centimeters or so. Put it in the upper part of the crochet. This thread has to be pressed over this iron wire. Bypass the crochet hook for A. Take the wool out of the hair and bring it out. At this point we need to use the 2 fingers have fixed it for a good time. So that fixes it in a way that these 2 fingers, we're just going to press this thread. Let it be fixed for a good fix. Don't run away from it. At this time our first needle is hooked up to a short pin. And then the winding belt comes out of the way. Good second stitch we hook a mid-length needle with a line first. Go through the next one of the pinches. Let the line take out of the. And then this one is a mid-length needle. And then the third pin we have the winding out. We bring out the 2 coils first. Take 2 more coils with each other. Good, then we take the position of the 7th needle from the 4th pin to the countdown. We're all on the hook, and it's a long shot. We go around the 2 circles first. It goes through the anvil. Let the winding take out of the 2 coils. Bring out 2 more of the coils. And then bring out 2 more of the coils. It took a total of 3 times. Good, just by the way, all was hooked up to it. The location of the penultimate pin, which is A. Well, we're hooked up here, and there's still 7 stitches left. 2 4 67. When the hook is up to the right here, we're going to have to replace it with other needle laws. We're on the hook for the next one. Long needle with 2 coils for a long time. And then bring it out again and again. Well, this needle law, we'll hook up the other 2 more. It's all about hooking up the needle method. Alright, the 3 pin is a long shot. And then we hook up the mid-length needle with 3 stitches. It is brought out directly from the city of Changchun. Good, last one, we go through the eye of the needle. And then adjust this wire strip for a little bit. Let him also be able to do it when he comes back. Hook up this one this so much. We're on this needle hook for 3 short pin winding. Two and 2. 3 of the 3 hooks to be later on. We correspond to the needle method of the hook and the. This side is the same symmetry. We've been a long shot of 3 in the past. Well, we can see that in a good time. We, the 3 of each of the 3, are right. It should be done in the same pin eye. So when we say we're in the needle, it's the look. This needle that has been hooked on this side. The exact same in the needle and needle method. Okay, we're in the middle of the long needle, and it's 3 middle long needles. Good, this one is done with this part of this stage. And then from here to the 3 pins in front of this one. This section of us is all about long and long needles. We have a counterpart to hook it up. Well, we've done this part of a repeat of this. And then we now hook up with a long pin. And in the end it was a short shot. Well, after the good hook is done, we went through this position in the first needle, and then the winding is brought out directly. And at this time, we'll cut it. Leave a little bit of a line head as a fixed good like petals. We hooked up to 6 of the 6. The hook is 6, and it's a single one. And then after it's over and over, we just tune it a little bit more. Just strain it a little bit more. The good petals. Just like that, just finish the knitting side of it. Let's now take a look at the weaving method for the leaves. Take out this green hairy line. The hook and the flower flakes, that hook, that leaf flower are pretty much the same. The hook is just a bit of a needle law. We'll hit a knot in the first place. We're also a lock pin for the hook. We're on the hook for a 28 lock pin. Okay, we'll hook up with 28 braids later on. We are starting to join the styling bar. The styling bar is also probably in the way of. It's about 20 centimeters in length. And then this one. It's the same thing, to do with the flakes. This one, everyone is just going to handwriting on their own. You can read more about the video, if you don't understand it. The first one is a short shot. And then the second one is a mid-length pin. Well, a good third pin is a long shot. Okay, then we go around the line twice. Then 2 lines pass through the eye of the needle. Go on line. Let's get out of the 2 coils first. And then there were 3 more coils at that time. We are winding up all of the time. This needle, we've been on the hook for a long time. To the point where there's still 7 stitches left. In this way the winding. In the end it was the 3 coils that brought out together. Good to repeat, part of everyone's own to finish. Well, we've hooked up to 7 more needles this location. And then the 7 stitches left in the back. It's the same hook method as the flower piece. And then we're also the long pin of the 3 pin of the hook. Or will you give you a demonstration of the ha? And then it's finished with 3 medium long needles. The last shot of the day. We have aligned this topographic strip down the road. This weekend we hook up with 3 short needles. Short pins don't have to take a line. We use the same method to repurchase it. The fallback is a plus for the 3 of them. When we fell back, we had a good time. Be sure to take the line out of the line. Take this thread head along with this styling. We're hiding it in the inside out of it. It's finished. It's 3 long needles. Good, and then this paragraph is also the part that repeats itself. Show up with him for a demo of 2. Take the 2 coils in the first one. There are 3 in the back. Good to repeat the part like this one. Everybody, go and get it done on your own. Okay, we'll finish the repeat part later. We got to the point where we had 3 stitches left. The 3 stitches are a long shot of a long shot, a long needle and a medium long shot. And then the last one of the short needles. The same way that the wear it to the first needle, and then take it out directly. Good, so that leaves, and we hook up the leaves. We can do it according to what we like. What about the amount of going to hook it up? Let's take a look at this flower heart now. The way this flower heart is made is the way it is. This one is not the one to weave. This one is the effective tangled up with a hairline. Let's take a piece of this flower heart first. It can be made into 2 colors. It's also possible to just get one of the colors. And then you need to get 2 out of color. We're going to need 2 colors for the same. The method is the same as the, and then take out a styling strip. This styling bar is the one that was sells with us. It's the same type of styling, that's the same thing. We're probably at it in this styling strip. The time has come for the middle of this position. In this position we start to play a small piece of play. We fix this thread in the head with our hands. Presumably, it's a small stretch to play such a small piece. And then we're going to take it again. We're going to fold it in the fold. Fold in the fold. And then we're in the fold in this folio. And here it is. We need to wrap up a few more circles. Let it grow a little bit bigger. Good to find out when it's here. And we just found out about the. When it comes to being online, we've put this line in the line for a long time. We'll take another change of color that we want. Get another one of the colors to come up with. From this start to smaller, this root begins to intertwine. Entwine to say the color of this color. The hairy line is covered all over the way. It's probably a long one. 7 centimeters or so. It's probably about 7 centimeters or so. We need to glue guns with this glue, we need it. Use this glue gun to get this under the fix. The rest of the line is on the line. This background wall, and we just cut it off. Okay, let's now take a look at the assembly method for this lily. We've got us in the right way to get our hearts out. Get ready for the 5 flowers in the heart. And then 2 of the leaves. And then the 6-piece petals. And then there's a flower pole on the other. Again, the green hairline of this flower pole. Then there's the glue gun and take out 2 pieces of flowers. When it was taken out, it was a. We are going to pull the line head first. Just tune this out for a little bit. The adjustment is good. We take this petal flower with a floral heart. Take this flower heart and get it zig. Get it tidy. It's a neat way to spend your heart on it. Probably put it in this position, just in the petals. Most of the 2/3 or so, right? It's about 2/3. At this time we put the flower pole in the middle. The flower pole. Good. But the place we need to be aware of is the. This one of the 3 flower pieces is the same height. The same height. At this time, we take the wool over the line. By the time we end up in the gut, we have a. Put a little glue on it.